How we doing? It's Mailman Nick. Follow me on Instagram at Mailman Nick. If you enjoy this content, please give us a thumbs up. Don't treat us like 204Bs over here. And obviously, these are our own thoughts and opinions, and we not speak on behalf of the Postal Service. So I have a great panel with me today. We're going to be talking about the Letter Carrier Political Fund. I want all you guys to introduce yourselves, starting off with Ross. Introduce yourself, like what area you're in, and your title.
Okay, my name is Ross Thorpe, and I'm from Branch 318 in Moline, Illinois. Branch Steward, Region 3 Leadership Graduate, Branch Treasurer, and general troublemaker.
I think we all. Go ahead, Ken.
Hey, I'm Kenneth Pratt. I'm a 4016 out of the 4016 branch. I'm a union steward in the Tri-City location. I'm also the political coordinator for 4016 Regional 3 leadership graduate. I'm sorry. As Ross said, the troublemaker. We was the troublemaker class, so that's about it.
And how about you, Crystal?
So I'm also with Branch 4016. I am my office's steward, as well as I just graduated from the most recent Region 3 Leadership Academy.
The baby class, huh?
Mm,
The baby class. So, about the political fund, who could help out with the political fund? Starting with Ross, who could help out with the political fund?
Well, generally speaking, any active letter carrier can donate to the Letter Carrier Political Fund. And that also, I mean, that's not just like actively delivering, but that's retirees. And I mean, there are certain regulations, but for the most part, anybody employed by the NALC or by the USPS that's a member of the NALC can donate, participate, you know, and essentially talk about it.
Right. So, Crystal and Ken, you could both chime in if you want on, questions. I'll go, Ross and Ken on the next question, and then you guys could chime in after, the person answers the question.
Okay.
So, Ken, how can carriers sign up for the Letter Carrier Political Fund?
Well, before we get into that, I'm gonna piggyback off of what Ross said as well.
Yeah, go ahead.
The also family members of NELC members can contribute. We have sign up sheets for that as well, where they can also contribute to that. So it's more than just letter carriers. Family members can contribute. So, but if a letter carrier wants to sign up, um, like in 4016, we have a method where we have the political coordinator numbers are accessible to the members, so they can contact us. And usually what we do, me, Sarah, and Crystal, we have a chat where we send a name, and then once we get the numbers and the ID of that carrier or retiree, we send them back a instruction manual of how to sign up. Even at the meetings, we'll personally sign them up ourselves. So it's easy as 5 seconds to sign somebody up.
Oh, that's good. Anything else to add, Crystal, on that?
not particular. I mean, Ken's our main guy for getting all that stuff taken care of, for sure.
For sure. So, will privatization affect other crafts? I know it will affect carriers, but will it affect other crafts as well? Ken?
Yes, it will affect the whole entire post office. We have managers that seems to get in their head that, hey, when they privatize the post office, the union stewards, the letter carriers are in trouble. It's people from, if how to say this, it's the top salary people that's going to be affected more, because as a business person, if you're not touching mail and being productive, me personally, I'm going to cut you to save money and build profit. So it's not just the city letter carrier, rural carriers, clerks. Everybody's going to be affected by this.
Right, and that's some we're trying to avoid. Do union dues affect the political fund? Like if I'm contributing my union dues, am I also contributing to the political fund?
Crystal, you want to answer that?
Yeah, sure. Like no, it's actually illegal for us to use any union dues towards any sort of politics or anything like that. That's why we do have this fund completely separate from the dues, so that way everything is legal. You know, it's over the table.
Yeah.
It's the whole point of having that fund.
Exactly.
Yeah, so is it true that it's against the law to use union dues to lobby Congress?
Yes,
Kristen?
Yes.
that is exactly true.
That's
Our
part of the
dues,
Hatch Act, I believe.
yeah, Hatch Act. Our dues are used for training and et cetera, other things that generalizes in the branch. Um, Ross is a treasurer, I believe, so I think he's more a specialist at answering that question if he could.
Well, so generally, the dues, we get our dues they come out of your paycheck if you're a dues paying union member. And what happens is they get directly deposited into the bank account, and then you use those dues, you allocate the funds as necessary to different events, conventions, trainings. We pay rent on a union at a building. We lease a copy machine. You pay for those utilities and just the general expenses of, you know, day to day operations of a local union branch are what your dues will go for. Now, national, they take out percentage as well. Well, it's the same percentage. So, like in Moline, for example, the dues we pay are $31.05. And roughly our branch receives about 25 to $26 of that, and the rest of it goes to national and to the state associations to plan and educate the membership and do what they need to do um, to pay the salaries of the executive officers and pay for the building and the utilities and all that kind of stuff as well.
Right. So how do you guys manage between the three of you all this stuff that, it seems like you would need a lot more people to manage? How do you guys manage with just the three of you?
Well, I would say we have a system. Um, Sarah's not on the show today.
Okay, after
So
Sarah.
yeah, so me, Sarah, and Crystal, we like I said, we have a group chat where in our branch, like we send messages back and forth to each other on what's going on, and we try to delegate the work to each other and try to manage it that way. Like Crystal said, majority of the hard work goes to me. So, but eventually I'll get both of them trained up into what I'm doing, and it's always about paying it forward for somebody that's behind you to eventually take your spot, and also to make your job easy. I learned never to gatekeep. Let that person excel and take control, because it's going to be easier on you if you have more than one person trying to handle everything.
Exactly. It's best to have a team because, if one person's doing everything, it gets very stressful. Is there any rallies in the future for, awareness and just, spreading, fighting for our rights? Is there any rallies in the upcoming future?
I would hope so. The convention is coming up, so majority of the stuff will be coming. One majority of the news and information we get back that we can bring back to the membership, we will be getting from the convention. So I will hope that we do some more rallies, because we need to get the awareness out there that we are under attack. every single day we're getting. I mean, every single day looking at my emails saying the post office is getting under attack again due to this, due to that. Um, it's something out there about them selling the electric vehicles back to gain some profit that I don't know why we own the vehicle, so I don't know why the government is trying to get money off of it. So
Right. Yeah. So anything else you guys would like to add? Anything you guys want people to know about the political fund, or just being a carrier in general? Is there anything else you guys would like to add?
Ross, you want to add something?
So there is also, I mean, there is the national, the letter carrier political fund. And here in Illinois, we have a state fund, IPAC. And generally speaking, those go towards more
I
localized
think you cut
political
out there.
races. I did. Um, but
Well, he was
generally
saying
speaking,
we do have a state fund, a PAC fund, and also that we contribute to help them the same way we do with the uh, national political fund is the same way we do with the PAC fund here in Illinois. Different states have different ideas how they do it, but our PAC fund is used to help support those in Illinois that support us, and national is to support for to support everyone else uh, nationally, not just in Illinois. So, and we also, I know me and Sarah was recently on a podcast a couple of days ago. We are trying to make a movement where if you're contributing already, continue to contribute, but we also asking everybody to give nationally. To everybody donate $1. Just give an extra dollar, because if it's 200 some thousand active letter carriers, and let's add on 30,000 retirees, if everyone one of them members give $1 and retiree members give $1, just imagine how much funds that's going to put into the political fund. So it doesn't, we're not asking for a 1 month. Let's do it for the remainder of the year. Everyone give $1, and let's see what happens at the end of the year to grow that fund to aid in our fight to continue to deliver mail day to day, to deliver to our customers, and also get the word out there to our customers as well that hey, we're we're here to serve you. And if we're privatized, that service is going to be gone. That service, you're gonna have to walk to a cluster box to get your mail. It's no more door-to-door delivery for you. It's no more us going to check on your grandparents because they're miles and miles away, and the only person they see is us every single day. Um, Stuff like that, and to let them know that we don't use their taxpayer dollars. We're funded off of postage. Media and the administration that's in play now is making it seem like we're using taxpayer dollars, we're wasting taxpayer dollars, and that's not the case.
yeah, Ken, to your point, if everybody gave $1 with the roughly 250,000 active letter carriers over the course of a year, we'd raise about $6.5 million. And that's if everybody just gave $1. So if you think about, and that's not including the retired carriers or anybody who gives more than $1, but you're looking at $6.5 million, and we all know that money talks in today's age, and just think about what kind of lobbying we can do to with this money and this fund and these funds to help get some more congressmen on our side. I mean, that's what it comes down to.
Exactly. Having all that, you know, it's strength in numbers, and if somebody just gives a little, then we could all make a huge difference. Absolutely. Um, Real quick, I also wanted to ask you guys, because I get a lot of questions on my YouTube. They say, is this job still worth it? I get a lot of new carriers. What would you say to somebody who is kind of on the fence about applying here because they think there's no future? What would you say to those new carriers, starting with Ross?
Well, look, like any other, if, you know, industry, service or not, because we are a service, right? So just like any other kind of company or business, it's going to evolve. Whether we've seen mail drop off in the last few years, but we've seen packages increase. So what the future of the post office is still very much up for debate. But what I can tell you is that we will still be a service-oriented organization, well into the future. We have good benefits, we have pensions, health insurance, and as of right now, we still are able to withdraw Social Security when we become of age, and those are the kinds of things that a lot of younger people do not necessarily, the 20-year-olds aren't necessarily planning to retire in 40 years. They're not looking at the future so much as they're just kind of looking at what can you do for me now. And yes, the starting salary is not as not as desirable as we would like for the work we do, but for the most part, it is still pretty competitive. And the important thing to remember is, if we donate to the political funds, we ensure the future of us as a postal service.
Oops, sorry guys, my internet went out.
Oh,
But anything else you guys like to add? Sorry about that.
Crystal, you want to add something?
I mean, the biggest thing I think too, when I first started, I had never been in the type of job where it was going to be a career. So when you first start out, when I first started, it was a little bit of a shock because when you're at the bottom of the totem pole, it's going to suck. I mean, there's no way to get around it. But I learned, I waited, I did my time, and I mean, I can see a great future for it. And really, once you block out the noise, because they've been saying for forever that the post office it's not going to be around, but we're still here. So I mean, I feel like there's still pretty good safety in the job.
Exactly, I agree. Thank you guys for coming on, Ross, Ken, Crystal. I appreciate you. Is there anywhere where people could find you? Maybe they'll ask more questions, like anywhere where they can message you.
You can look me up on Facebook, the Branch 4016 page, Region 3 page. You message me, my number should be up there, or just comment to Mailman Nick, and he know how to get up to me. We all in the same branch, so
Exactly, 4016 strong. Thank you guys all for joining me. Thank you guys all on YouTube for tuning in, and I'll see you guys soon.
appreciate it.